Cab driver is suing the Austin Police Department after he says they forced him to give a ride to a man who would later assault him.
This lawsuit takes aim at APD officers who try to hail cabs for intoxicated people. Dustin Rowden is charged criminally for injury to a disabled individual for what happened 2 years ago to the day. KXAN's Chris Sadeghi is live at APD headquarters tonight with more on this lawsuit. Chris?
Leslie, the lawsuit was filed for two reasons. Number one, to get damages for the cab driver. But number two, the Texas Civil Rights Project says that officers arranging cabs for drunk people can put the driver of the cab at risk. Amin Akbari says that 5 officers forced him to give Dustin Rowden a ride home after Rowden was fighting at a bar. According to Amin Akbari, Rowden was obviously drunk, and after officers forced him into the cab, he became violent towards Amin Akbari, threatening to kill him, yelling racial slurs, grabbing him by his head, and as he was trying to drive. After pulling over and trying to get away, Rowden's accused of continuing to punch and kick the driver before a group of men came over to help. But Jim Harrington with the Texas Civil Rights Project says APD officers will do this often, get cabs for people who are drunk, and the lawsuit is aimed at protecting drivers from potentially dangerous passengers who belong in jail.
But we want to make sure through this lawsuit that these situations do not happen again, that people who are violent should either end up in jail, or at least you can't compel the taxi cab driver to take them to their homes.
Now, under the city ordinance, taxi drivers do have the right to refuse service to passengers that they feel are being disorderly. APD did send over a very brief statement saying they're still reviewing the lawsuit and they do not typically comment on pending litigation. We're live at APD headquarters. Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.